Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. I got something else on my mind right quick I'm going to talk to you about. And I'm going to announce I'll probably be doing a live podcast. I just either probably sometime late tonight or sometime tomorrow, because I got another function I got to do tomorrow. It's like function after function after function, man. And then I got functions next week too. I said, man, this is crazy. Hopefully I'll get to my first podcast. Well, I know I'm gonna do my annual New Year's podcast. That's coming, the live one. Matter of fact, stay tuned for it. Sunday, January 31st, 11 p.m. Probably 11 p.m. Sometime in the late hour at night, I will be doing a live podcast. Even if I have to do it on Spreaker, but it's going down. Let's put it like that. I may have my family on board with this one. I don't know yet. So this upcoming show, I'm gonna have another upcoming show coming soon. I'm going to try and make plans to go back to Cleveland, and this time I'm actually going to do a live podcast from my hometown city of Cleveland, Ohio. So anybody from Cleveland who know me and know the sound of my voice, please holler at your boy, because we're going to go ahead and do a live big podcast out there. Yep. And so that's coming up. And I'm going to be doing some more videos. I'm going to actually be putting some more content out there. I got a bunch of stories that I want to talk about and comment as well. Both on my video podcast, my live radio podcast, and my YouTube podcast. So that'll be all coming up soon for next year as well. All right. Now, on with brass tacks. I wanted to. I just happened to think about something. I know I talked about it before. I may have talked about it before, and this is regarding how in the black community, and I've noticed it in our community, if you are somebody who fell under the penal system because of stuff that you were doing, you're considered unfortunate. You had heartbreaks in your life. Okay, you're not considered somebody who just didn't follow rules, or or didn't have any home training or something like that. And that don't mean just because you go to jail don't mean you never had any home training. You just broke the law. All right, but if you're a hard-working man, you start from the bottom and work your way to the top, or work your way to a point where you're doing pretty well for yourself, or somewhat successful, or a big success, and you're African American, be it male or female, you know what they tell you? You are fortunate, you were blessed, and you were lucky. If you're white, 90% of the time, you know what they say? You earned it. Yeah, they almost always say that. You earned it. And you know what that's all about, right? It's cultural condition. I took a liberty borrow from Joe Master. I'm sorry, Joe. But it is. They're conditioning you to think that when it comes to white people, they work harder than anybody. But if you're black and you built up the same type of success or similar success, they say you're fortunate. They say, oh, you were lucky or you were blessed. I have no problem feeling blessed, because I am. I'll go with that part for myself. But why is it when it comes down to black success, it's all about luck or being blessed? I tell you why. Because they don't expect us to do as good as anybody else. Young people like that. And I'm going to tell a story about that right quick. I had a friend of mine, very successful person who's in the IT field, right? He came from a lower middle class family, right? They weren't the poorest of the poor, but he was like the middle child, and he had issues growing up, all right? Especially around the tyranny of his parents. They didn't think he was going to amount to nothing, you know. He never was in trouble. He never smoked. He never drank. He wouldn't go around getting girls pregnant. They just thought he wasn't going to amount to anything. And they didn't have a lot of faith in him. Well, at the age of 14, he decided to go ahead and get baptized. And it sort of turned his life around. Let me forward to years later, about 2015, told me a story about how his mom was talking about how his brother was not doing what he should have been doing. And so he told us about, hey, you know what? We both had the same parents, and I'm not sure why he wasn't doing what he was doing. You know, he had a good job. He was telling me that his brother had a great job working out at university hospitals and all of that. And had some success, and all of a sudden one day he decided he didn't want to work no more. You know, just out the blue. He just don't, you know, got himself on disabilities and a whole bunch of other stuff. But his mom, who knows that he, the older brother, was has stayed success, had kept continued success, and went back to school and did all that. You know what she told him? You were just fortunate. Direct quote. You were just fortunate. Or no, I take that back. Well, something like some of us are not that fortunate. And then he explained to us, like, look, Mom, you have to understand, he was working for a prestigious hospital in the city of Cleveland. I never even got an interview, you know. And I had to work twice as hard. But the bottom line is, you know, we're being compared to apples and oranges all the time. Like potato. They're saying we're a slight version of the potato, but it's the same thing. Just like us. We're just a slightly different color from white people. Yet, when it comes to work ethics, and especially successful African Americans who work hard and able to do something with their lives, it's a matter of whether you're blessed or fortunate compared to white people who they say earned their keep or worked hard to be where they're at. They don't have to feel blessed. They just earned their keep. Us, it's by the luck of the draw. Yeah, for us, it's just the luck of the draw. It's almost like it's a slavery mentality, if you think about it. That's exactly what it is. It's a slavery mentality. In other words, think about how you had slave hands who no longer had to be slaves, but they were working, you know, directly and sleep at the somewhere inside the master's house. Well, he's fortunate to be over there because master like him. He gets more meals and all that stuff, and he don't have to wear chains no more, and he's good to go. He oversees. He a big man now. He's up to you. That's the mentality that y'all teaching our kids, man. You know. And I was so upset when I heard that. When the guy talking about his mom talking. My friend talking about his mom and acting like that. I'm like, you know, he didn't earn where he been. You know. All people look down on us like that. They don't see, hey, you work hard and you can actually build something on your hard work. But for us, it's just being lucky, being fortunate, and to a certain degree, being blessed. It's not like hard work had anything to do with it. That's the shit that pissed me off. Well, your hard work had nothing to do with it. You were just blessed. You were just fortunate. Bad part about my mom told me the same thing. I was just livid when I heard that, because I felt like you really didn't respect the fact that I actually earned my keep to get where I needed to be. You just kind of felt like, oh, you just got lucky. Yeah. I'll tell you what's being fortunate. Being fortunate is being able to have both parents raised. That's fortunate. I would say that's more fortunate than anything else. But to be successful at what you do or whatever, and to be able to do the right things and do the changes in your life that you need to do for yourself and your family, that's hard work. It's not just being fortunate or lucky or blessed. That's working hard to be where you need to be. That goes beyond that. I just wish it didn't look that way when it comes to African Americans, that when it comes to getting a good job or getting a good this or that it ain't about just fortune for most of us. That's all I gotta say, guys. It's DJ Wolf. I just needed to get that off my chest and get a little something strong. Alright, guys. It's DJ Wolf. That's all I gotta say. Y'all have a great weekend. I will be talking to you guys soon. Big Live podcast coming up next week. I'm not sure about this weekend, but next week I'm definitely going to do one. Oh boy, it's traffic. It's atrocious as usual. As usual. Anyway, this is DJ Wolf, guys.